Hey guys, posting another video. This one's more of a rant about video games. One in particular, Call of Duty. I was just playing Black Ops 2, playing zombies, of course, and the thought for this video just popped into my head, and it was the fact that I realized I'm not going to buy another Call of Duty game because they're all the same. Like, don't get me wrong, I play Fallout. I love Fallout. Really want the Fallout 4 that's coming out. And I know there are people that are going to be on the other spectrum of this, going, "Well, Fallout games are the same too." To me, they're not. Uh, I know it sounds really stupid to say that because I'm bitching about video games being the same, and I'm defending another video game that other people would view as the same thing. But the reason why I say the Call of Duty games are the same is everyone buys them for the multiplayer. Let's face it. They buy it for the multiplayer, and they buy it for zombies, or buy it hoping there's going to be zombies or something like that. And you could be different. You could actually want to play the storyline. I think the last one I bought was Ghosts, and I couldn't stick with the storyline. Like, I think I maybe got like 3 missions in. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I lost all interest with it. It was the same with Black Ops 2. In all honesty, it was the same with Black Ops 1. I think the last Call of Duty that I played that I could stay with the storyline and actually really like the storyline was Modern Warfare 2. And that's the only reason I say why, like, I'm not going to buy another one because they're all the same, is because I can't stick with the storylines anymore. Like, I find them boring. And I in all honesty only wanted Black Ops 2 for the zombies. Like, I love zombies. If Call of Duty ever just went, you know what, we're not putting out another Call of Duty this year, we're only putting out Call of Duty Zombies, you better believe I'm going to be first in line to buy it, because I absolutely love the zombies mode. Always have. But I guess that was my standpoint. Like, I wasn't excited at all for Black Ops 3. Like, when I saw the commercials for it, I pretty much just went, "Oh, great, another one." And like I said, there are people on the other end of the spectrum that are probably going to say the same exact thing about Fallout 4. They're going to be like, "Oh, great, another Fallout 4. Why don't they stop making those games?" Or another Fallout. Why don't they stop making those games? And I completely understand that. Like I said, there are going to be people that, for the Call of Duty side, really like the storylines and everything else. I really like the storylines from the Fallouts. Like, I have Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition. I think I have beat that game at this point 17 times. I love them. But don't get me wrong, there is some Call of Duty, or some Fallouts that I did not like. Personally, I did not like New Vegas. I don't know why. There was just something about it that I did not like. The main reason, other than the storyline for me, was the fact that, I don't know if it happened with everybody, but my New Vegas glitched out horribly. Like, such a bad glitch to where I couldn't even finish the game. And it was one where you had to meet this dude in, I think it was a hotel or something. And I walked up to his chair, or where he was supposed to be. No one was there. And I kept waiting. Like, I'd wait an hour, 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 and he'd never be there. I went searching the entire hotel. I could not find him. But that's my standpoint on that. My other problem, and this is not with just video games in general, or with Call of Duty video games, this is pretty much at this point all video game systems. Why is there like a really crap game for the game that you buy, and then it gets really good with all the DLCs? Like, that part's always kind of pissed me off. Or at least, like, not even for a pre-order. Like, give 2 of the DLCs with the game. Because you know you're going to make like 9 of them, so you're not really going to be losing money on that. Give 2 of the DLCs of the game, that way you'll bring more people in, and then charge them for the rest of the DLCs. If the first 2 DLCs are good, people are going to buy more. I mean, shit, they buy more without even having them. And they buy season passes, hoping that the DLC is going to be good. But for people like me, or a couple of other people I know, we can't buy those DLCs. So as soon as those DLCs come out, all of our friends that are playing and everything else pretty much don't want to play the regular game anymore. Like, it was especially bad with Call of Duty. Like, when Modern Warfare 2 was releasing all the DLCs, it really sucked for me because everyone else was playing on those, and I couldn't because we couldn't afford them. We couldn't afford for me to drop $16 on 3 new maps. And I got lucky with Black Ops 1. All my friends had the DLCs for the zombies, and my friend was kind enough to license transfer for me so that I could play the map packs that he had, so I could play with all my friends. But I have never been able to buy a DLC map pack, and even when I was working, I couldn't afford the DLC map packs because I had other things to pay for, like my insurance for my car and my gas and my other bills that I had. I couldn't afford those DLCs. So then if I wanted to get online and play with someone else that had those DLCs, they were playing the DLCs, and I couldn't join them because I didn't have them. The other thing I always had a problem with was, granted, this one, it was a problem for me, but I understand why it's done. The paying to play, that part really sucks, because I get it, you have to pay for your servers, you have to pay for everything else, but PlayStation did it, and they had no problems with it. They were making the money off all the video game sales and everything else. So that was the other part that sucked. It's the main reason why I switched to PlayStation. Now with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, both of them you have to pay for. So I mean, it's not really a big thing about that. There's no choice. But that was the main reason why I went with PS3, because I had friends that were with the PS3, and I was like, well, shit, I'm going to get one of these so that I could play with them. And like I said, I couldn't afford them. But luckily, my parents got me one for, I think it was Christmas. They actually got one for the house, and I was allowed to play it downstairs and everything else. And then we got another one, all of it through Rent-A-Center. And I was finally able to play on that, and I was perfectly fine. I bought the game, I didn't have to pay for service, I didn't have to pay for anything else, I was able to play. And that was awesome, because then I would be able to play alongside with my friends. I wouldn't have to hear about them talking about, like, oh, dude, did you play the new mode that they released or whatever? I was able to pretty much be a part of that. And for a child that all their friends do is play video games, it really sucks to be the poor kid out of that group of friends, because all the rest of them are off playing these brand new games, or they have the ability to play online because their parents buy it for them. They have the ability to buy the DLCs because their parents buy it for them. And it really sucks to be the poor kid out of that group. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not faulting my parents at all. My father works his ass off, and my mother budgeted the hell out of the money that we had just so that me and my sister could keep up as much as we could with all of our friends. But there's only so much that we can do, and buying the DLCs and paying for online, most of the time that wasn't something that we could do. We couldn't afford it. It was either I buy these DLCs in this brand new game plus the money to play online for Xbox, or we get food or clothes or something like that. And I guess that's the reason why I'm ranting about this right now, because it's one of those things, if you're already getting money from these people, and it's like you're excluding the online play only to the people that can afford it. and that really, really sucks. Like I said, to be the poor kid out of that group, to be the kid that couldn't play along with your friends, to be that kid that was excluded from playing online because you couldn't afford those DLCs. And it really, really sucked to be like that. And I don't really have anything else for this part of the rant, but that was just my culmination of it all. I mean, like I said, comment if you agree, comment if you disagree. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But that's just my standpoint on this whole thing, and I'd like to hear your points of views. Because who knows, maybe it'll change my point of view. This is only one thought process. Maybe something else will open up my eyes. So let me know what you guys think. Share if you like it. Share if you don't like it. I don't give a shit. I mean, either way it goes, as of right now, I'm just doing this stuff for fun. But thank you guys for watching. If you shared, I thank you guys for sharing. If you didn't share, I thank you for watching anyways. Uh, just let me know what you guys think. Okay? Bye, guys.